Hello and welcome to this, the third in our series of short videos talking you through the guidance in the Mental Health Media Charter and why it's important. My name is Natasha Devon and I'm currently between schools. I was doing some assemblies on mental health in a school just down the road from where I live earlier, and when I finish this video I have to go to West Sussex. That's just a small piece of trivia about my life, in case you're interested. But far more interesting than that is the guidance number 3 in the Media Charter. Now this is a slightly unusual one, as well as collaborating with some of the UK's leading charities to come up with the contents of the Charter. We also conducted an online survey. We asked people with lived experience of mental illness what they would like to see. If there was any tweaks in the language that's used by the press, on TV, by bloggers, which would help convey what they're going through more effectively and accurately, or help their recovery process. And something that came really strongly out of that survey was that we want to see an end to language which doesn't differentiate our illnesses from our character, from who we are. Now, this is particularly pertinent when it comes to mental illness, because mental illness affects the way you think and the way that you behave, as does your personality. So to give you an example, I have an anxiety disorder, and sometimes that can make me a little bit abrupt with people, and I can see them thinking, oh, I didn't think that she would be rude. And it's important that when I see people have that reaction, I then have a window of opportunity to say, oh, I'm really sorry if that came across as rude. I have an anxiety disorder and I'm feeling a bit anxious today. And people can understand that that's not me, that's not who I am. I'm not a rude person at all. But I do have an illness which can sometimes make it seem that way. Think about it. You wouldn't blame somebody with diabetes for having low blood sugar. In just the same way, you shouldn't blame somebody who has depression if they can't get out of bed, they've got low energy, or they seem lackluster. It's just the same thing. And language is important. You know, a couple of years ago, a friend of mine who happens to be in a wheelchair challenged me to slightly tweak the language that I was using around disability. She didn't like it when she heard the phrase disabled people. And the reason that she objects to it is because it puts the disability before the person. So she challenged me, and this is something that I now always try to do, to say instead, people with disabilities. This acknowledges that you are first and foremost a person and that your disabilities are secondary to that. In just the same way, we should try and avoid using phrases like anorexics, bulimics, depressives, schizophrenics, because that puts a label on people. It suggests that their illness is who they are. We're challenging the media instead to say people experiencing and then whatever the mental illness is. Now, the reason that I say experiencing is because, for example, 50% of people who are currently experiencing depression, as I'm recording this video, will make a full recovery and they'll never have another period of depression ever again. They'll make a full recovery. For some people, their episodes of depression are reoccurring, but people are different, and we shouldn't imply in our language that however a person is right now is how they will inevitably be forever. So by saying people experiencing depression, we not only more accurately convey the nature of the illness, we also give a crucial message of hope. So that's the piece of guidance for today. I will be back tomorrow with number 4. Enjoy your Tuesday. See you soon.